Manchester United is going through one of the most delicate and, at the same time, most decisive moments in its recent history. A club accustomed to dominating English and European football now finds itself in constant reconstruction, trying to rediscover an identity that seems to have been lost over the years. Major investments were made, stars arrived, expectations were created, but the results did not always match the weight of the badge. Behind the scenes at Old Trafford, a silent change has begun to take place. Less focus on established names, more media-driven signings, and more attention to the future. The club has started to carefully look at young talents who combine technical quality, physical intensity, and a competitive mentality. It is in this context that the name Yan Diomande emerges. At just 19 years old, the Ivorian forward has gone from being merely a prospect to becoming a concrete target for Manchester United. He is not a name that dominates headlines every day, but that is precisely what draws attention. A talent that grows away from the noise, yet close to constant development. Yan Diomande was born in Ivory Coast, a country known for producing strong, fast, and decisive players. From a very young age, he showed traits that set him apart. Explosive acceleration in the first few meters, ease in short dribbles, and a surprisingly advanced game understanding for his age. Upon arriving in Europe, he went through an adaptation period away from the spotlight until he gradually gained space and confidence. His spell at Leganés was crucial for this maturation. It was there that Diomande began to show he was not just a fast player, but someone capable of making decisions under pressure. However, it was at RB Leipzig that his evolution became even more evident. The German club, known for betting on young talents and demanding maximum intensity, provided the ideal environment for his development. In German football, Diomande started facing more organized defenses, more physical matches, and constant demands for performance. And he rose to the challenge. More than goals or assists, he caught attention for his personality on the pitch. Scouts report that he maintains the same level of intensity from start to finish, something rare for such a young player. Yan Diomande's playing style fits perfectly with the most modern trends in today's football. He can operate on the wings, especially on the right side, but also has the ability to cut inside, breaking defensive lines with speed and intelligence. His dribbling is not just flashy, it is effective. He takes on defenders with a clear intention to create an advantage. These qualities caught Manchester United's attention at a crucial moment. The club was analyzing different options to reinforce its attacking sector, including more experienced names. Some negotiations, however, did not progress as expected. As a result, Diomande went from being merely a promising alternative to being treated as a real possibility. According to backstage information, United initiated talks to understand the conditions of the deal, the values involved, and the player's willingness to take such a big step in his career. RB Leipzig, aware of the potential they have in their hands, is in no rush to negotiate. Still, they understand that offers from major clubs are hard to ignore. The speculated figures range between 60 and 70 million for a 19-year-old player. It is a significant investment. For Manchester United, however, it represents something greater than a simple signing. It is a project, an investment not just for the present, but for the years ahead. Within the English club, one factor carries particular weight: Yan Diomande's psychological profile. Reports indicate that the player shows discipline off the pitch, a strong capacity to learn, and a humble attitude, even in the face of his rapid career growth. In an environment of constant pressure like Old Trafford, this mindset can be decisive. If the negotiation moves forward and is completed, the idea would not be to launch the youngster immediately as an unquestioned protagonist. The plan would be a gradual adaptation to English football, known for its intense pace and physical contact. Even so, no one inside the club ignores the potential impact Diomande could have. His speed could provide something United has lacked for several seasons. Constant depth. His dribbling could be a weapon against compact defenses, and his youth would bring new energy to a squad that often seems to carry the weight of its own history. It is important to remember that every major signing involves risks, especially when it comes to a young player. Inconsistency is part of the process. Mistakes too. But modern football requires the courage to invest before talent becomes unattainable. Yan Diomande represents exactly that, A calculated risk, a player still in development, but who shows clear signs that he can reach a very high level. For Manchester United, not signing him could mean watching a rival benefit from his evolution in the future. Whether Yan Diomande will wear the Manchester United shirt or not, only time will tell. The talks exist, the interest is real, but the outcome is still open. What can already be said is that the club seems willing to change the way it builds its squad. Less noise, more planning, fewer immediate solutions, more long-term vision. And perhaps it is precisely this kind of silent decision that marks the beginning of a new era at Old Trafford. In football, the future is made of choices. And at this moment, Manchester United seems ready to choose more carefully. Yan Diomande is not yet a global star, but every great star was once just a promise.